What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I'm back with some more Age Mythology, the Titans action, spawning on the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is HellsRavage. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Kronos. His name is Brickhead. It's currently 2-1 in this best of 5 series between Hells and Brickhead, and Hells is looking unstoppable at this point. He's playing really well. Even in the game that Brickhead won, it kind of looked dicey for the most part, and we managed to pull it out in the end. So we're seeing yet again another god swap here. Hell's going Zeus and Brickhead going Kronos. The map's Ghost Lake. I wonder if this is on purpose or something. I wonder if Brickhead's like, I'm going to go for some cheese here. Potential Kronos rush. We do see no granary here at all. Not granary, economic guild here, which does normally alert us that it's going to be a Kronos rush or a 4-minute advance time. We've got this exposed gold mine here for Hell, so this map is at the very least you could ask for. The very most you could ask for as a Kronos player. This gold mine here, how do you defend against it, right? You can put a temple here, house here, or whatever, but then the temple just gets deconstructed and you just get walloped off this gold mine. There is a gold mine over this side of the map, which does make it a little bit hard to traverse, especially if you chuck like a wall over here or some houses over here. It means you have to run all the way around this forest and all the way over here. We'll see what happens though. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping we do see this Kronos rush, and I'm hoping it does some real pain onto this Zeus of HellsRavage. The one thing that Zeus has over a lot of the other gods in this matchup, and as a response to the Kronos rush, is Hermes. Now, Hermes, very strong god. A lot of people consider Hermes one of the strongest gods in the game because you get access to Centaur, which are arguably the most mobile classical unit. And you also get access to Ceasefire, which is arguably the best god power in the game because it goes 1-for-1 against everything basically except for Eclipse or Rain, right? And what I mean by that is if your opponent casts Flame Weapons, Anthem of Winter. If your opponent casts Flaming Weapons, you ceasefire it. If you cast Ancestors, you ceasefire it. If they cast Shifting Sands, you can ceasefire it. So in that regard, it is the ultimate counter. But in the regard to the best god power in the game, you know, if it goes 1-for-1 with anything, it doesn't necessarily make it the best. It just makes it really good. We are seeing that a mana came up for Brickhead, so not the Kronos rush, just a standard 4 minutes advance time here from Brickhead as he's going to be advancing through Prometheus. Ooh, nice advance time there, 355. Generally speaking, we see these builds take us up at 4 minutes, not the 355. So it's going to have a little bit of extra time to play with here. We're seeing this wall go up as we were talking about. This one's a really nice wall. We see the temple coming in and the wall is coming up here for HellsRavage. Not sure. I don't think that this villager is going to have line of sight onto this temple here. I think it's, let's just check. HellsRavage. Yeah, he's got no idea that it's coming up. And we'll see if it comes through or not here. The Oracle does walk past the wall. Well, he's going to sit on top of the wall. I like this. This is going to stop the wall from coming up, and he should be able to... Well, you have to reposition the wall a little bit here. Maybe move the Oracle just a little bit forward. There we go. And we'll see what Hells does here or not to counteract this. You could chuck a house here. It's an option. And just going to get the villager to poke away at the Oracle and then build the wall up. That's smart. That's well played. Well done, but he can just walk around this way. Or the, I don't know. This is really good for Hells. You can't deconstruct a wall, and the wall actually gets up, and the Oracle's kind of on the wrong side. So this Oracle going to come in and start bumping these villagers here. The villagers actually can just fight back. 7.2 damage versus 8 damage. 120 HP versus 65, but he's already at 74, so he could have just turned around and fought this Oracle here, but Hell's not quite on top of this. Kind of a little bit of panic here. He's got his temple up at the back. He's going through Hermes. See the counter barracks coming down. The wooden wall is about to fall, and he's going to have to deal with this one really fast. We're going to see the Jason come out instantly, or the Odysseus come out instantly. Would probably be better. We'll see if he goes for Odysseus first. Yep, Odysseus first, followed by Jason. That's going to be able to sit in this location and poke away. The town center does... is able to protect this location just a little bit here. And but it's just like you can kind of poke it off just as soon as you get those turnaround. And Brickhead is noticing that he's going to have to clear this wall out as well, but it is completely covered by the town center at this point, so that's really nice. There is the Odysseus. So Odysseus and Centaur. While this looks like this is a lot of units here for the Atlantean player, this Odysseus is one strong dude. He can really slow down this pressure here quite significantly. But Hells has got no access to gold at this point. He's going to be moving over to this gold mine, but I wouldn't think it's a bad idea to just go the heroes and centaur spam. Go 3 villagers on favor and just spam centaurs here, and you can kind of get away with that because the Valor's being used onto the Oracle hero, so this doesn't have hero Terma here, and that's kind of what's going on here. But moving on over to this gold mine, the Promethean's going to be searching for something, and they are actually going to find this gold mine. Hells thought he was being a bit cute going for the further gold mine here, but he doesn't even have. Well, it's probably because he can't afford the Jason is the case. Hells he's got enough gold now. He's got enough gold for it, and the Promethean, I should say not offspring, gonna find these villagers here, start bashing away at them, doing the good stuff. Odysseus here just, excuse me. Odysseus here just sitting in the back line, dealing some damage, really low HP. Oracle hero second valor does come down to those Terma over here, and these villagers going to be picked off or moving away. Now, the Centaur do have their upgrade. They're actually on top of a citizen here, going to force the citizen off this hunt here. Oh, that's going to be really, really good for him. Actually, that's actually huge. When your opponent advances this fast to the next stage, it's like it's so important to get those villager kills in. And Brickhead not putting a mana out here is a really big mistake. He had manas here, he could have time shifted over on there, he could have saved that villager. Brickhead's management of his army not the best here. He's losing a bunch of units here, basically for free or for damage here. And now the Termas are popping out onto these villagers here, doing some work, managing to get that gold mine here. Would have been probably a better idea to set this storehouse up over here. If you're unaware, normally storehouses, the best place to put them is a tile away from the gold mine on their length side. So they're kind of a rectangle, you can see. So you put a tile away on this side, which is what Hells has done here. But this is a little bit difficult for Hells to mine from. So if you put the storehouse here, then you could have could be just mining here and being a little bit safer instead of losing villagers and whatnot. And we see the Centaurs are getting pulled back to their base, ready to help out. There's a bunch of medium Terma over here that Els can just pick off, and he's going to do that really, really nicely at this point. He's actually targeted 2 separate Terma here, not exactly what you want to do, but these Terma do basically no damage to the Centaur. You need to definitely just convert one to a hero here. He probably doesn't have the favor to do so, and the Centaur doing some work as the rest of the army of Brickhead is moving in here. And Hells has now got the stables coming up, and this is huge because he's going to start getting those Hippocon to counter the Terma. And Brickhead making Kara Ballista, not the best idea at all because there's no hoplite, and this unit is not the best. And we do see a ceasefire coming down as the villagers moving on over to this food, realizes he needs to hunt because he's got not that much goat in the bag here. And this minute of gathering on this hunt's going to be really, really big. He could potentially he could have just killed off the Promethean offspring, but getting this hunt is going to allow him to get so many of these Hippocon out, and it's going to help him out a lot. Starting seeing these let's get grabbed here. Black Lotus, and that's a farming upgrade, and Harmonia's necklace is a gold upgrade. We're very, very nice. We see another wooden wall coming up here. This is really good. There is a gap here that these Terma can run through, but it does make it a little bit harder for these Terma to run in here, or it makes it really hard for these Terma to run in here and pick off the villagers. I just time shift this counter barracks though. Just time shift the counter barracks away, and once the just before the ceasefire comes down. I don't believe I can see how long it takes to time shift, but that's okay. And here we go. Looks like Brickhead's going to be moving on over to this location. It's got some catapulties coming out. These units are this is probably the strongest counter cavalry unit in the game. He does some crazy amount of damage. What is it? 200% bonus versus Hippocon, and he's got 5 damage a hit, or DPS, so deals like 15 damage a hit or something to these Hippocon. Nice micro so far with the bolt coming down onto the hero Terma over here. Jason moving forward to start whacking away. The villagers getting pulled off that hunt. They didn't really get that much food there, so maybe not even worth the ceasefire to grab that one. But still pumping out the Hippocon from only pumping him out from one stable here. Hell's a little bit low on the food at this point. Looks like the Terma chasing around these Hippocon. Catapulti's doing damage, and random, for some reason, random Caraballister here as well, able to actually siege away at this gold mine. Maybe that's why, because they have the 20 range, able to do quite a bit of damage from the back over here, and or at least prevent this gold mine from being gathered from. And I feel just snuck over here onto this hunt. Looking like the Hippocon able to potentially pick off some of these hero Terma, which is really, really big. Every single hero you can pick off is huge, considering you're making Centaur, and these Centaur are going to be pushing back this army over here. So nice play from Hells, managing his army quite good here. The Centaur really need to focus down these Catapultis, because while they are amazing against the Centaur, they've only got 10% pierce armor, and it's really important to be picking them off. Really bad micro from Hells. Could have just pulled that Centaur back and picked off that hero Catapulti there for free, but does not do that one there, and he loses the Centaur. So nice pick up there for Brickhead, as Brickhead is constantly pressuring this location population wise, 93 to 69, which is about what you expect here for the Greek player. I've got Jason sitting in the back here for some reason, just trying to pick off the Caraballister here. Nice trade. Two Hippocon for one Caraballister. These Caraballister cost so many resources. 115 wood, 100 gold. So it's basically an even trade. If you can pick off 2 units with the Caraballister for one of the Caraballister, it's a good trade, generally speaking. And we just see Hell's just struggling a little bit here. You have a random house over there. Okay, that's fine. We see some raids coming over here. You can actually pick off this villager. Feels good, feels good. And the Terma moving in. There is that one hero Terma you so desperately want to pick off, but we'll see what happens. Hell's gonna wall this off. These units are kind of out of position a little bit here. Jason going to be able to do some damage onto the Promethean, pulling him back, villager running away. All the other stuff, we see a military barracks now coming in for Brickhead, but I'm not sure about that one. He doesn't really have that much food left. He's only got 2 villagers onto the farms. He's got a lot of food, wood villagers here, so needs to get that wood income to transition into the food income to support that military barracks. And also because it's only Hippocon coming out for Hells, I would just stay with the Catapultis for now. There is a military academy up there, but you do have Caraballister, or did have Caraballister. I think he's lost all of those. Oh, nice raid coming in here for HellsRavage, but good micro from Brickhead into the manor. Exactly what you want to do. This town center is coming up for Brickhead though. He's just going to be attempting to juke these center in and out as much as he can. Manor getting time shifted over onto this settlement now, as the Centaur are looking for it. I think Hells should realize it's going on because of the score dip. Looking like Hells is trying to take down this counter barracks at this point. See if he can do so. It's the army of Brickhead moving in. It's like the raid moving in. Oh, there's not enough room for these villagers over here. Oh, there is actually in this one, but I may actually lose that villager. Oh, it's getting into the sentry tower. That's totally fine. And the Jason gets picked off. The villagers get picked off. There are villagers over here to move on to this food at this point, but now it's the gold situation for Hell. It's got no gold in the bank. I still kind of the opinion if Hell's just put a bunch more villagers onto this temple here and just massed out Centaur, he'd be in a really good position. But at this point, he's sitting idle on this temple for about 4 favor. A Centaur, so maybe an extra 2 villagers on this temple is enough to make those Centaur come out every single, every 22 seconds, which is a lot when you think about it. But now Brickhead's got that second town center up. Not really able to support villager production at this point. Has he got plow? Yeah, he's got plow. Oh, there's an Auroch over here. Definitely grab that one. That's really silly he hasn't grabbed that one there. Good micro so far from Hells running away from those catapulties. Get the Centaur to kind of take them out, and you're in a good position to continue here. So nice usage of the special ability there, picking off a completely full HP catapulty. If you can pick them all off, then he just runs in with the Hippocon and takes out all of these Terma really nicely. And that's kind of what's going on here. Really nice micro from Hells at this point. We see deconstruction coming down onto that temple there. It's just going to delay the Centaur slightly, but Hells is building up the temple over here on this other side of the map. And he's going to keep those Centaur pumping out. And now we're on the issue of Hells' army starting to get scary. It's starting to get scary, and this gold mine is the only gold mine on the map for Brickhead. And I feel like Hells can just basically move in at this point and sit on this gold mine. And what do you do if you're Brickhead? You have to micro well. That's what you got to do. Brickhead 130 pop or 120 pop versus the 115 pop of HellsRavage. Nice micro so far from Hells. Running the Hippocon in, running him out, trying to pick off all of those infantry units with the Centaur, and then save these Hippocon for a little bit later. You can leave the hoplite in there. Nice micro on the back here, distracting all of these infantry, but not running them away anymore. Not what you want to do. You keep running them away, and that's the idea there. But so far, so good for HellsRavage in this fight, taking out all those Terma in the back. The Centaur still alive. There's no heroes left for Brickhead. Well, there's one Terma here, but that's the entire army of Brickhead has fallen, and now Hells is gonna smell blood as he's moving forward to attack this location here. Surely Hells knows about it. Yeah, he's got the good scouting happen. He's got a line of sight, or at least fog of war on every single one of the gold mines on the map. And here we go, making the move in. Another hero Terma in the back getting picked off. For some reason the Centaur not in the army here. Probably actually going to allow Brickhead to continue in this game for a little bit longer. Those heroes dealing so much damage. Nice micro from the Centaur, pulling them back a little bit, but probably unnecessary in hindsight. There is a random hero Terma over here as the hoplite do get tasked to kill that Terma there, as it does happen. There's another hero Terma over here, needs to get picked off. More Hippocon joining the fight, doing all of that good stuff. And we do see this catapulty just about to fall, and a hero catapulty over here. That is the counter here for this army. There are hoplites in the mix though, so they do deal with these hero catapulties very, very nicely. And Brickhead able to survive for this moment in the game, doing nicely, or nice things to survive. And Hells is on berries at the moment because he doesn't want to build the farms just yet because he's spending so much wood on the Centaur. Still, he's got no villagers on favor anymore, so he's only building those human units. He does have quite a bit of Centaur left over though, so that's fine. We just see a villager getting picked off there, and the army of Hells just sitting in this location. I just wish that he would focus these catapulties down a little bit harder, because these micro is like on point for portions of this game, but then he just like goes brain dead about what he's trying to do. But it doesn't matter because he's just got the superior army at this point. Got this hero Momillo in this fight as well, doing some work. These Momillo are tough to deal with, these hero Momillo. But Brickhead does tap out. A GG. Well played by Hells, taking this game, this series I should say, 3-1. Gets to go on to the next round of the tournament. Unfortunately, Brickhead is out. So our Norse main is out of the tournament. Very, very sad time to be alive if you're a Norse fan, but Hells played this one nice. The good defense over here. I felt like this attack was beautiful. I think he could have been more aggressive with this temple. Having it back here and losing all of that time on the Kronos rush was really big. I also think he should have gone for a 3-minute advance or 3:30 advance at the standard Kronos rush here, especially with how exposed this gold mine was. But I guess he wouldn't know about that. And unfortunately for him, could not put enough pressure onto this location to slow him down. The other issue was there was some really nice defensible trees over here and over here, and using the Valor onto Oracle heroes does not help out at all with those Centaur. Anyways, if you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like my videos and want to see them as soon as they come out. My name's Boit, and I will see you guys next time.